Hey, how are you? I am Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Fantasy Six Pack to talk about Sunday Night Football on the Bills. This one promptly kicks off at 8:20 p.m., and this is going to be a tough task for the New York Giants. Without Daniel Jones as his neck injury, Tyrod Taylor will step in at starting quarterback. Before I get into the game, some over/under stuff, some betting trends, and my favorite DFS plays, make sure you go to the website at fantasy6pack.net. And when you get there, just say it. Just tell them I sent you. Say Chris Robin, or aka at Detroit Beastie, sent me. Hopefully you'll get a discount. I don't know if I have a promo code yet. It's already week 6. If I don't have one yet, then hey, I don't know. Maybe my name carries a little bit of weight over at the website. But you can get as cheap as a round, I believe, $9.99 a month, and that gives you all access to everything that's going on in the Discord. That is probably the most important thing you're going to want to get in on at the website, aside from the DFS stuff we provide. And let's not forget all the dynasty and fantasy rankings that this site provides. Literally throughout the years, they stay in the top 10, top 5, the ECR, however, EERC, however the ranking systems are concerned. This website is among, if not the best, at ranking for your teams and all of that. And me, Dave, and everybody else, even Keith Fleming, are here to do our best to give you the DFS knowledge that you need to win some cash. So a minute and a half into this thing, let's talk about football, shall we? As I said, the Giants head to Buffalo. 8:20 is kickoff. We've been waiting all night for Sunday night, and we're going to get into this sucker. So as it stands now, the Giants 1-4. I think they're a little bit better than that, but hey, Buffalo 3-2. Final score is not going to be too indicative of that. Over under right now is at about 44 total points, and I could see Buffalo carrying that over on themselves, by themselves, however you want to put it. So let's talk about the players. We'll start with Tyrod Taylor at Buffalo. Tough task. Buffalo's first overall against opposing quarterbacks. Tyrod Taylor, 13.5 on FanDuel, 9.4 on DraftKings, $20 on Yahoo. Let me bring my notes closer. 22 to 23 completions for Tyrod, 245 yards. I think he's accountable for about one touchdown. Is it on the ground? Is it in the air? We shall see. But to me, Tyrod is not really the play in cash games. If you're going to run it like in a in a single game entry, GPP, fine. That's fine by me. When you look at Josh Allen, he's the move, but everybody on earth is going to be on Josh Allen. The Giants, 17th overall against opposing quarterbacks, 17.5 on FanDuel, 12.8 on DraftKings, $40 on Yahoo. Ton of dough, but you're going to get what you pay for with Josh Allen tonight. 22 to 23 completions, 265 yards, a pair of touchdown passes, around 30 yards on the ground. He is the move to make at quarterback against Tyrod Taylor. Geez, Chris, thanks for hitting us with that, that beautiful DFS knowledge that you have. When we look at the running backs here, all signs point to Saquon Barkley playing, and that would be a great thing because they have Matt Breida, Gary Brightwell, or Eric Gray, the rookie, behind him. But as it stands now, I'm going to assume Saquon Barkley is playing. And when you look at him, 14.5 on FanDuel, 11 grand on DraftKings, $27 on Yahoo. You're going to get 13-14 carries out of Saquon, 60 yards, 4 to 5 receptions, 35 yards, and it's going to be tough sledding for him. As I said, Buffalo, 24th overall DVP, but I just see a time of possession thing here is going to be in Buffalo's favor. So whenever Saquon is on the field, he's going to have to maximize all of his targets and touches, which I think he does. But on FanDuel and even on DK, just too expensive for me in a game where I think Buffalo hangs 30 plus points in comparison to the Giants. Maybe getting to 17, 20 would be like ambitious. And we'll move on to the Buffalo running backs. And James Cook is the guy you're going to want. I have him highlighted. He's going to be in almost every lineup that I'm going to enter in this thing tonight. And the Giants, 28, they're just not good against opposing running backs. And James Cook, 11 grand on FanDuel, 9.2 on DK, $20 on Yahoo, 13-14 carries, 70 yards. I think he finds the end zone on the ground, 3 to 4 receptions, another 25 to 30 yards in the air. So you're looking at around 100 all-purpose yards and a touchdown for James Cook. That's captain MVP spot material for me. But again, Everybody else is going to be on that, but every once in a while, it's nice for me to just sit back on a Sunday and say, you know what, this game is going to go exactly how we think it's going to go. We're going to be in, we're going to be out, and we'll move on. I do like Latavius Murray, though, in a sneaky spot here to find the end zone. And when you look at him, $8,000 on FanDuel, 3-6 on DK, $15 on Yahoo, 5 to 6 carries, 25, maybe 30 yards, a reception or two for another 10 yards. And I do think Latavius Murray scores a touchdown as well. So we could do like an anytime touchdown bet parlay with James Cook, with Latavius Murray, and Wan'Dale Robinson, who I'm going to get into right now. It's going to be great to see him back on the field. He's a playmaker. You want to get him the ball in space. He's had some, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, some hip injuries, some lower body stuff, but he is going to be back to full health. Fingers crossed. And when we look at Buffalo, 10th overall DVP-wise against opposing wide receivers. But my case here with Wan'Dale and Slayton and Paris Campbell and Hyatt and Sterling Shepard and this laundry list of Giants wide receivers, there's going to come a point in this game where it's, let's say, 28-10, 31-14 something, where the fourth quarter is going to be let's feed the ball. Let's just give Matt Breida some carries. Let's just throw up the ball. So to me, Buffalo is going to get ahead early in this one. So the Giants are going to have to throw. Buffalo's going to feed their running backs, while the Giants are just going to be tossing the ball all over the field. So to me, Wan'Dale Robinson, 7 to 8 targets, 4 to 5 receptions, 50 yards. Wan'Dale makes for a nice little anytime touchdown bet because they're going to be playing from behind. And when we get to Slayton, Campbell, Hyatt, Shepard, it's up to you to choose, but to me it's got to be about Wan'Dale Robinson. And when I look at what I have predicted in terms of targets and touches and everything, it would be Darius Slayton. I would prefer over Paris Campbell, which is a bummer because I've always liked Paris Campbell. I thought him coming over to to the Giants was going to be this big deal. He was going to be a wide receiver one, and we just haven't seen it. But the only thing I can tell you from a wide receiver standpoint from the New York Giants is, in the second half of this game, Tyrod Taylor's going to have to make a ton of plays with his arms. Is he going to extend plays with his legs? Sure. So in a way, if you wanted to go completely against the grain in what I think is going to be a Buffalo route here, we could stack up Tyrod Taylor with Wan'Dale Robinson and Paris Campbell and Darren Waller and go from there while everybody stacks up Buffalo. And it's all that time old tradition, that adage. Do you want a small piece of the pie or do you want the whole damn thing? And I provide these videos so we can get the whole damn thing. Let's look at the Buffalo wide receivers. There's a lot more to like here. You get Diggs, you get Gabe Davis. And when we look at Stephon Diggs here, $16,000 on FanDuel, that's a ton of dough. 12-2 on DK, $32 on Yahoo. And I don't know, I've never once used the term ton of dough before this season started. Where it came from, I don't know. But if you like it, give the video a like and send me a comment. Yeah, keep using the ton of dough saying, and we'll go from there. When you look at Diggs, 9 to 10 targets, 7 to 8 receptions, 90 yards, a touchdown. He is just a lock for 90 yards and a touchdown here. Add him in that parlay because, again, I have Buffalo to score 31 points. That's no secret. Why wait till the end of the video to tell you that? We're going to keep it here at 10 minutes because there's not much left to get through this thing. Gabe Davis, same thing. 5 to 6 targets, 3 to 4 receptions, 50 yards. And I will tell you this, Gabe Davis, 17.8 yards a reception. So 5 to 6 targets, as I said, 3 to 4 receptions. You do the math, you're looking at around 50 or 60 yards. And then again, in a game where Buffalo hangs 30 plus points, does Gabe Davis see one of those? That's highly unpredictable for me to say that, Gabe Davis is going to catch a touchdown for 75 yards, but it is well within his capabilities to do so. We shall see. I'm all good with Hardy, Sherfield, Shakur. You can do as you please. When we look at the tight ends, it's Waller, it's Bellinger, not much going on there. Darren Waller, Buffalo, very good against tight ends, 3rd overall. And Darren Waller, just doesn't carry the same weight that he used to. I'm not saying that he fell off. I'm not saying that he's a bum anymore, but he's just not that, that must have it kind of guy on a single slate anymore. But I do have Waller, 7-8 targets, 5 to 6 receptions, around 50 to 60 yards, and we'll go from there. When we look at Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid, both have questionable tags. When we look at Knox, it's a wrist issue, but he is trending in the right direction. I do see Dawson Knox playing. With Dalton Kincaid, I would be a little bit more apprehensive because the NFL has cut down on concussions. So if you had a concussion last week, more than likely they're going to hold you out the next week. So to me, Dawson Knox is going to see a ton of work, whether he's on the field blocking or if he's running routes here. I don't have a ton of yardage for Dawson Knox here, but there is a chance that he could find the end zone. Hey, that could be said for anybody that's playing here tonight. When we look at the Giants or the Bills and the kickers, I'll keep it simple here. I want the Bills DST. I'm going to make a lineup where I have the Bills DST in the captain spot because of Tyrod Taylor. It's not the Giants' normal. Let's say Tyrod Taylor's the starting quarterback, and God forbid Saquon Barkley is not playing here tonight. The Bills DST is going to be highly owned. Captain spot MVP makes for a nice move here, and they are $10,000 on FanDuel. 6-6 on DraftKings, $23 on Yahoo. The Bills, 3 to 4 sacks, an interception, a fumble recovery. So a lot to like. I would prefer the Buffalo Bills DST over Darius Slayton, Paris Campbell, Hyatt, Shepard, Trent. I would prefer the Bills over a ton of these offensive skill positional players. And when we get to the kickers, it's all about Tyler Bass. He is $9,000 on FanDuel, 4-8 on DK. He's going to have a ton of extra points. I think he makes 2 field goals. And boom, that's about it. I have Buffalo winning this game, 31-17, and even giving the Giants 17 points was not out of pity, but I realistically, I think the final score is around 31-14, but I added that extra 3 points just for like a little bit of a boost here. So we kind of keep it close, in the fourth quarter there, we're not dozing off. I will be. Whatever you're doing during that time is your time to spend it. But when you look at this thing, Buffalo 5-5 against the spread their last 10, Buffalo 3-4. So 3-4 against the spread their last 7 games at home. The Giants 4-6 against the spread their last 10 overall, and the Giants 2-4 against the spread their last 6 games on the road. So as I said, Buffalo wins this game 31-17. Thanks for sticking around. My voice is hoarse because I spent the whole afternoon doing yard work, listening to the Atlanta-Washington game, screaming and hooting and hollering. I was having a blast on my own. To me, that's the best way to be. You're in your own little bubble, having a blast, and this is my second favorite joy is to record these videos. So excuse the hoarse voice and all of that. Give me the Bills to win this one, 31-17, and I will see you again soon tomorrow for Monday Night Football. Be good, be safe. Bye-bye.